The Natural Om Network. The Natural Om Network. The Natural Om Network.
Hello, I am Adrienne Carwheel, your host of Healing Habits at Home, and tonight I have the honor of welcoming Donna O'Neal from Nancy's Kitchen Products. Hey, Donna.
I'm sorry, my face is like twitching because I'm so Hey!
Hey, it's okay. We are going to take a woo-saw together. I don't know what it is about recordings where we need to take a breath. There we go.
Okay.
The whole point of Healing Habits at Home is so that we can heal at home. And this is a conversation between two friends about how to heal behind closed doors. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming tonight and just sharing your wisdom, your creation, and your love with the Healing Habits at Home audience. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tonight's topic is hair. Yours looks fabulous, by the way.
Thank you. I'm starting locks, so they aren't quite locked, but they're getting there.
Well, it's looking good. I'm sure you'll tell me everything that you've been putting in there to make it look healthy and juicy and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess we can just get started with, you've been natural for about 10 years. And yeah. I guess you have tried everything under the sun as far as hair care is concerned. And I know, hair care is so intimate in the Black community, particularly with women. I remember just really beautiful memories of my older sisters braiding my hair and sitting on the floor and kind of having my elbows propped up on their knees while they were greasing my scalp or singing songs to me or talking to me. And I was tenderheaded, Oh, I was, and I screamed like you wouldn't believe, but those memories are so precious because at the end of it all, it looked beautiful and it was such a craft. It was such the ability, like a woman to braid, a woman to be able to care for your hair is so important. So what made you start your own company? What made you say, all right, I'm natural, but I want to do my own thing?
Yeah. So to be completely honest and transparent, like most side hustles, they started out of a need. I was broke. I had just moved to Marietta, Georgia, and I didn't have very much. I was working a job that wasn't paying me very much. And one day I was just sitting on the floor in my Marietta, Georgia apartment because I didn't have any furniture. And it really just hit me. And I really can't take that much credit for the idea itself. My grandmother, Nancy, had just passed away a couple of months prior. And it felt like her energy and her spirit was all in the moment that the idea just popped into my head. At that point, I had been natural since 2009. So I guess about 4 or 5 years at that point. And I went natural in college on an HBCU campus, Morgan State University. So it wasn't that popular back then. And a lot of the girls would come to me and ask me, like, what are you doing with your hair? They had never really seen it. Most of us still had relaxers. So I had a blog and I was telling all about my journey. And so it kind of made sense at that point for me, if I was going to start a side hustle, hair care. And so then the idea of, well, what does natural hair care and what does my journey in Black hair care look like? And all I could think of was the times that I spent in my mother's kitchen getting my hair done, and the times that she spent in her kitchen, and the times that we all spent together in my grandmother Nancy's kitchen, learning wisdom and getting our hair done, and recipes, and just girl talk and everything that it is to be a part of our lineage. And I'm sure so many other women in the Black community can relate to that story.
Yeah. Condolences to you on losing your grandmother. She seemed like a really special person. And extended condolences to you. I understand you recently lost your mother as well.
Yeah, my mom passed about 3 weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. My heart goes out to you. And I pray that you carry the both of them with you as you continue in your business ventures and just in your everyday and everything that you do. So thank you for sharing how you got started. So when creating, what do you do? When you create, let's say you have, a serum or a shampoo or a conditioner, what do you do when you create?
So the first time that I formulated products, I kind of had to just figure it out. I was all on the internet researching, trying to figure out, how does this work? How do I make them? Once I figured out the basic way to make creams and, different products, now when I make new products, my main concern is, okay, what problem am I trying to resolve? Am I trying to add moisture? Am I trying to add softness? Am I trying to add shine? What am I trying to do? And then from there, I will research what ingredients are best that can be found in nature that can be implemented into the products that I make.
So I guess we need to go back a little bit because, you say you're a naturalista, you were a blogger, and you use those terms. What does going natural mean? Like, what makes Nancy's Kitchen products natural?
Yeah, so the products are cosmetic grade. So a lot of people, they'll think, when I say I have a natural hair care line, they'll think, oh, it's something that I can eat or something that I would have to put in my refrigerator. Not the case. I do use cosmetic grade ingredients, but I implement a lot of the ingredients and I guess ingredients is the right word. I implement a lot of the ingredients that I know will nourish our natural strands. So going natural for a lot of us, a lot of Black women, especially around my age, late 20s, early 30s and beyond, we grew up with perms. We grew up doing things that were not exactly natural for our hair. We wanted to straighten our hair and remove it from its natural texture. So going natural, or the natural hair care movement, is really just us returning to our natural state and no longer putting in, those chemicals and things that would straighten our hair in such a harsh way. So it's really just returning to who we are.
Yeah. So when you come across people who are new to the natural road, what are some benefits you think, other than, stripping of the chemicals or, getting back to the basics? What are some benefits to being a part of the natural community?
I think that seeing yourself for who you are 100% and seeing beauty in that is one of the most amazing things that anybody can do for themselves. Like I said, so many of us grew up trying to get our hair to do things that it does not naturally do, and finding beauty in that. And that's fine. Aesthetic is yours to play with and to love and to, do your own thing. But there's something so special about seeing the way that God created you and falling in love with that. Yeah,
I can imagine. I mean, I used to relax my hair to have it be bone straight, and it fell out. It fell out because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So, I was trying to be like somebody else, or what I was emulating was blonde hair, blue eyes, because that was predominantly what I saw in my neighborhood growing up. My hair was already naturally curly, and I didn't see the beauty in it until much later in my life, where people will buy tracks, they got curls on it, And for so long, what is the saying? Like, you always hate what you don't have, or you want what you don't have, whatever the saying is. But I learned, kind of through self-love and accepting myself all the way through, for whatever my hair does. And I think hair was kind of just the beginning. And now as a mother, my girls are watching me, and, they see the way that I do my hair, that when we go out for an event, that I don't have to straighten it for it to be special. Like, the occasion is, we're going out, and your hair is going out the way that it grows on your head, and it's versatile, and it's beautiful, and it can be soft and manageable, and all the things that come with this beautiful crown that we have on our head. So I appreciate, you being able to go back and kind of reclaim that for your generation, for my generation, and, even beyond each of us. So I appreciate you being able to share that. What are some things that you put in your products that are helpful for the hair?
Ooh, okay. So one of my best sellers is the hair growth oil. And that is just a blend of emu oil, macadamia nut oil, black castor oil, and rosemary essential oil. That blend has done amazing things. I have had people tell me that it has reversed their alopecia. It has saved their edges, and it's just a natural blend. So that's my favorite blend, but I also have my Miracle Leave-In, which is made with rice water, which is really hot on the natural hair care scene now.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. It's already gone. I need to re-up.
That's everybody's favorite. That was the first one that like really blew up for Nancy's Kitchen. And then the marshmallow root herb is included in both the cleansing wash as well as the curl quencher. And that is really good for, the way that I do it, I steep it like kind of like a tea. So all of the benefits are in the product itself. And that's really good for slip, for moisture, things like that.
Yeah. So what advice do you give to somebody who is like just starting out on their natural journey? What would you say?
I would say to figure out what your hair likes. I think that one of the biggest pitfalls that a lot of new naturals get into is they will hop on YouTube or on Instagram or nowadays TikTok, and they're following all these different girls who have all these wild, extravagant routines that may be amazing for them, but it may not always work out for you. The hair typing system can also be a little bit complex. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just fall in love with the journey. Take pictures of your hair. Compare your hair to itself. So maybe your hair started off not so healthy. Compare it to where it is now. Figure out if your hair likes protein treatments, if it likes deep conditioning every week or every 2 weeks or every month. Figure out what you like. Figure out which oils work best in your hair. Figure out which product lines work best in your hair, and go from there. And the most important thing is to just love yourself.
Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I think that I asked a question about hair, and like this episode is entitled, Will You Braid My Hair? Showing Love Through Hair Care. But it seems like it goes so much more deep than just hair care. It's the spirit behind, and your ancestors carry you, through the things that you do every day. How do you incorporate both your grandmother and now your mother as an ancestor? How do you incorporate that into when you create?
Yeah. So, I mean, my ancestors are a part of my daily routine in general. I talk to them all the time. I am of the spiritual belief that they are around me, supporting me, encouraging me, and everything that I do is making them proud. So when I create, I'm thinking about not just my ancestors as they are currently, but also the type of legacy that I will leave when I become an ancestor. So I think about what if they were here right now, what could I be doing that would make them say, yes, girl, that's how you do it? And when I'm gone, what will my grandchildren and their children say? Yes, that's how grandma did it. And this is why we are where we are now. That's what's always on my mind. Anytime that I'm creating, not just for Nancy's Kitchen, but in my life, I just want to be able to make them proud.
that filled my heart just to know that you carry them with you and you carry you with you, and the reverb that happens when powerful Black women get together and gather themselves to find their purpose and then walk in that purpose. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
We come to the portion of the show where I like to do an affirmation. And season 1 is affirm. And so the whole point of Healing Habits at Home is to highlight Black women entrepreneurs and their stories of healing. And I believe that one of the first things is what we say to ourselves, what we believe about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, and kind of what we put out there. So if you don't mind, I would love for you to join me in just affirming our time together and allowing me to affirm you as I affirm myself. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So if you don't mind, repeat after me. And I like to place my hands on my heart because it settles my heart, if I'm being nervous or if I feel like, the whole world is watching. Hopefully they will. But, but just being able to take a moment to be aware of my heartbeat and aware of the breath and the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly as we breathe in and out. I am a creator.
I am a creator.
I have everything I need.
I have everything I need.
I choose to live life with joy.
I choose to live life with joy.
I choose to share my gifts.
I choose to share my gifts.
I am complete.
I am complete.
I am lacking nothing.
I am lacking nothing.
I will boldly proclaim God's love.
I will boldly proclaim God's love.
Everything I touch. Everything I touch.
Everything I touch
will manifest into something beautiful.
Will manifest into something beautiful.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you for sharing time with me and for the Healing Habits at Home audience. And how do people get in contact with you? Of course, we'll have all the flashy things on the screen down there to show where to get in contact. But if they wanted to place an order, tell them where to go, tell them where to find you.
Yeah, so anybody who wants to place an order can go to www.nancyskitchenproducts.co. You can also keep up with Nancy's Kitchen on Instagram at nancyskitchenproducts.co. So you can't forget my website. I'm also on Facebook if you just search Nancy's Kitchen Products, and Twitter is at Nancy's_kitchen. I'm also on TikTok at nancyskitchenproducts.co. So it's very easy. Very easy to find me everywhere you're looking. And if you want to keep up with me, you can keep up with me at donna.janae on Instagram.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your heart and your craft and your creations with us. And with that, we will see you next time on Healing Habits at Home with Adrienne Cartwheel.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in next time for our episode of Healing Habits at Home with Adrienne Cartwheel, Wednesdays at 5:30 Eastern Time, right here on KP Media TV. That's it for this week. Join us again next Wednesday for Healing Habits at Home with Adrienne Carwheel.